Christmas, a time of goodwill towards men, a time of gift-giving, and the time to celebrate the birth of the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Time of humanity, a time of celebration through the darkest days of winter, a time to represent a peaceful time, a beautiful time, a time that has been around for the last millennium and will continue to be. But this is Indiana Jones channel. Why am I talking about Christmas? Oh, easy. Indiana Jones, when it comes to Christmas, has actually had somewhat of a little spawn. Not as much as I would say Indiana Jones movie is a Christmas movie, as I would say with Temple of Doom is a Halloween movie, but I would say Indiana Jones does have some things a part of that. Does have some things in the franchise that would somewhat count as Christmas theme. And I will explain that way during this video, especially reading how today's video is Indiana Jones and the Legend of Christmas. And that's what we'll go over, in these Legends of Christmas, which will include and this counts also somewhat of a Christmas special of this YouTube channel. So yeah, and anyway, let's begin with the first topic of the Indiana Jones Christmas special. Now, there are multiple things of Indiana Jones Christmassy, also Indiana Jones and Mysteries of Booze. But did you also know Santa Claus? Yes, the big fat old man also exists in the Indiana Jones universe. Yes, Indiana Jones actually, as a teenager, meets Santa Claus that meets somebody who may or may not be Santa Claus, and so Santa Claus does canonically somewhat exist in the Indiana Jones franchise, which is just funny to think about it. Indiana Jones and the Legend of Santa Claus. It was also weird. Yeah, that seems to me Santa Claus was actually a real guy. His name was Saint Nicholas, and actually helped in the founding of the Christian Church. But yeah, Santa Claus being older than probably Jesus, being one of the most iconic things of Christmas, with the old man with the old beard. But there were other things about Christmas, like snow. Now, this next part is going to be a bit convoluted. We didn't have anything about it, especially with trying to hide this one episode of the Young Indiana Jones goes back to Christmas, but it still counts, and that's considering what else is there to Indiana Jones Christmas. Well, there's also famously the Indiana Jones and Mystery of the Blues episode, which is somewhat of a Christmas special. Somewhat of an Indiana Jones Christmas special. And how is it? Meh. Now, it's also, other than being somewhat of it's mostly a normal episode of the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Well, the Young Indiana Jones Adventures. I really need to make a video about those differences and how Disney somewhat tried and rebooted it a few years back. But yeah. See, basically it was an episode of the Young Adventures of Indiana Jones, which was about teenage Indy and young adult Indy with Indy going on his first adventures, be it his first archaeological dig in Egypt or in World War I. But yeah, and in the Indiana Jones episode Mystery of the Blues is the first time Indiana Jones is seen played by Harrison Ford. Now, throughout most of the show, he was mostly played by Sean Patrick Flannery. And I forgot the guy I forgot the kid who played him in. He played him as a kid. But in this episode, he is fully played by Indiana Jones. Fully played by Harrison Ford. The one and only Indiana Jones. And he also has a cool beard outfit. Yeah. Which, man, this episode very much, other than being a normal episode, also kind of makes me wonder what was the original ideas for back in the 90s. And how that could have been. But this is going to be a shorter video than most because it's Christmas time. Well, we're a few days away from Christmas, and I decided to just get this out basically for the sake of it. I would have made it more longer, but putting out the Birth of Christ is coming out, and a lot of people like celebrating these times with the holidays. I'm not going to go too much depth into it. But anyway, as being one of the last few videos of this year, I plan to make more videos in the future, especially looking up more videos of Indiana Jones lore and Indiana Jones film topics. And but Adventures, God bless, and Merry Christmas.